OBS. Okay. I think we're live.
Woohoo!
Oh, shoot. Okay, we're good. I was gonna say, I don't know if I set it to ultra low latency, but I did. We're good.
You want to share your screen?
Yeah. Yep. Slow start today.
Yeah, no worries.
The AC unit broke yesterday. So I spent, most of my night last night trying to get the AC working again. And I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. We're gonna have a tech come today, but at least it's cold at night here, so.
No.
All right. Let me make sure that the chat is working, because it definitely could be broken. Hello world. Or should I say hello? Hello. I don't get the joke, but I'll use it.
I don't know the joke either. I just know that that's the Odin thing. And that's enough. Makes me feel part of a special little group.
The chat is not working, so I'm gonna fix that real quick.
Sorry, my mom came in the room.
All good.
You better feel special, because I've been staying at my girlfriend's this past week.
Okay.
And I came home just to be able to set up my setup and do the stream. So it's like I'm going into the office.
I do feel special. Thank you.
Great.
All right. Yeah. Let's end with your game jam submission.
Well,
is that okay?
Our game jam submissions. You gotta show up yours too. Come on.
Well, no. How about we start with mine so no one has to see it? No, I'm just kidding. We'll do it at the end. Okay, 1 second. Just gotta make sure. Can you talk real quick?
Yeah, I'm speaking. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. Doing, saying things.
Okay.
Testing, doing, saying things.
Okay, it's working. Thank you very much.
Cool.
Now I gotta pull up the articles. Okay. Let me just grab all of this and toss it in here. Okay. All right, let's make sure that... Okay, I cover up the article a little bit, but it'll be fine. Oh, I could do this. Let's try this. Get rid of these. And then I'm over here on the right. Okay, perfect. Okay. Welcome back to another Game Dev Newsroom. I'm your host, Mojo, and with me, as always, is Night Owl, who curates these articles.
Yes, sir.
All right. As per usual, I have not seen these articles. It's a first take, but again, thanks for getting the articles together. It's very appreciated. All right. So we're going to start with GitHub Copilot is pivoting to usage-based billing after becoming unsustainable. The company said its new approach better aligns pricing with actual usage and is not a price hike in disguise. I don't know what that means. But worth noting, there are a few different Copilots.
Yeah, that's true.
And this is just the GitHub one. So let's see. Let me pull up my GitHub Let's see if I can figure out where we use. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I just pulled up the first link that showed up. Okay, so there's a chat with Copilot up here. So this is Copilot on GitHub. But then I also have this Copilot, which is Microsoft Copilot. Both of them are owned by Microsoft, but they are different products.
Yes. It's a little bit silly, but...
It's a little bit silly.
Yeah.
But it was just worth noting that that's what's happening here, if anyone was confused. Okay. So yeah, let's read this. Or do you wanna say anything about it before we get going?
No, I think we should read a bit first, because I mostly have takes, because I already read the article.
Okay, sounds good. All right, GitHub Copilot, the vibe coding tool developed by GitHub and powered by generative AI models. I think that's funny, the vibe coding tool. I don't...
Yeah.
Do people really make tools that are like, this is for your vibe coding? But anyway.
I mean, Claude, like, come on, a little bit?
Yeah, true. I mean, they make AI models, right, and for coding, but like, I just think it's funny that they called it vibe coding tool. Like, could you imagine that you go to a website and it's like your next vibe coding tool? Anyway,
dude, that is sell like butter. Come on, people love that.
All right, powered by generative AI models trained by OpenAI and Microsoft, is transitioning to usage-based billing. It's a notable shift that could impact game developers and studios leveraging the technology, which has been touted as a production accelerator by Microsoft and GitHub. Ship faster with AI that works alongside you, states a promotional message on GitHub Copilot website. Assign tasks to agents like Copilot, Claude, whatever. Okay, we know what it does. We don't need to read their marketing lines for them.
Right.
Now, GitHub is altering its billing structure after declaring that its current premium request model is no longer viable. Today, a quick chat question and a multi-hour autonomous coding session can cost the user the same amount. GitHub has absorbed much of the escalating inference costs behind that usage, but the current premium request model is no longer sustainable, reads a GitHub blog post. I mean, get to the meat of it. Where's the numbers? Do they have numbers?
I don't think they actually share numbers.
Okay, interesting.
But if you just kind of think about it, like how many tokens it takes to get like information about a specific issue that you have, like you use Gemini sometimes, right? If you ask it a very specific question and ask it to explain in detail, like it's going to give you back a lot of data, right?
Yeah.
And that takes a lot of tokens to come up with that data.
Yeah.
So people have, what they're saying basically is that people have been paying monthly for less than it costs to run the model in general. And it's like, whatever the data is, that's the like absolute fact, is that it costs them more than they're getting paid for the service.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's a given. I'm pretty sure all AI is that way, right?
And that's where we're sort of getting to my take. But
okay.
I don't know if there's that much more to look at the article.
Well, I want to read just a little bit more, if that's all right. Usage-based billing fixes that. It better aligns pricing with actual usage, helps us maintain long-term service reliability, and reduces the need to gate heavy users. That is interesting, because I was looking this up yesterday at work. My job pays something like $20 per engineer is kind of how it rounds out per month. So honestly, like, not bad. Which probably means that like that's probably what Copilot was, right? And it's probably losing them money.
Yeah.
But you know, they get a lot from us. So anyway. All right, your turn. Take it away.
So my take is basically that this was inevitable.
Yeah.
Right? I think this is true about every sort of AI project where you have a cloud-based server doing things for you. like not only like the electricity cost, but just maintenance costs of servers and developing of these tools. Like AI costs businesses a lot of money to develop. Like if you're just using GitHub Copilot for, you know, private projects or whatever, like just move to a private model on your own server, and you'll be fine. Like you don't have to worry about it. You'll like the money you sacrifice in like electricity costs will probably like make up for it. But for large businesses that have a lot of engineers using a lot of AI, this is gonna probably increase the costs of AI for them, like by orders of magnitude. So it's like they frame it in such like a marketable way where they're just like, oh, we're just transitioning, and it's like, no, you were unsustainable as a business, and you've realized that, and now you're changing the service, and that's fine. You can do that, but the fact that they didn't see this coming is kind of silly to me. Like it feels like they should have like projected this a long time ago, that it would like reach a point where it was no longer sustainable. Because it's like simple maths. Like I don't know what each token costs, but say each token costs like a fraction of a cent.
Yeah, they say it down here. Each token is priced based on the model used, and the total is converted into AI credits, where 1 AI credit equals 1 cent US dollars.
Yeah, so like what is $20 in AI credits? Like that's a lot. That's not a lot of credits.
Yeah,
realistically,
2,000.
Yeah. So you'd probably run through that if you're writing code professionally. You'll probably run through that in 2, maybe even 1 week, depending on how much code you actually write. Like most programmers just read codes, which I realized like when I was like in uni, that you spend more time reading code than writing code. But that can also be like an AI use case that you just ask it to summarize, right? So it just felt inevitable from the start that monthly subscriptions for AI models were like gonna be unsustainable. Like an easy way to get people into the door, but definitely not reasonable from a business standpoint. And now it's happening, and I think it's gonna be sort of the norm going forward to be like usage based, just because the models are getting bigger and more expensive to run, and the usage is going up. Like, yeah, I don't know. That's my hot take, is that this was inevitable, and it's silly from GitHub. It's a silly move from GitHub not to like predict this, basically.
Yeah. I think so I don't know how outdated this take is, but like pretty much like everyone sees that AI is like a Ponzi scheme right now, right? I mean, I don't want to like be accusing anyone. I'm just saying like it's a promise for things to come in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like right now they just get a lot of funding to further their research, but they're not making money. And so it's like, it's interesting that Microsoft is the first to take the dive, the first to say, okay, we're done. We're just going to make a product now. And I think that that's a mistake for them.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I'm not like a huge fan of AI companies. I think that they are pretty sketchy. Maybe scummy is the right term. I think that the marketing is dangerous. And I think that the model is very risky. I think that it's costing everyone a lot more than just money, I guess. But anyway, that's just my thought. Yeah, did you have anything else for this article? Sorry, maybe I should say real quick. I talk about AI like all the time.
Yeah.
and it just bums me out. And so I'm trying to speed through this one a little bit. Is that okay?
We can move on. I feel like move on? I said what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate it. All right. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's always an option. Like, if you don't want to talk about something, we just like move on. It's fine.
No, I do want to talk about it, but I think I've said my piece here.
Yeah, this good.
Okay, I need to do my thing real quick. Get rid of this so it's not flashing on my face. There we go. Again, kind of wishing I was in the EU. You don't have all these ads, right?
I don't know. I use an ad blocker and it's working well.
Oh, it's just the ad blocker. Okay. Should I try? I'll try that next time. I keep saying that.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Next time. Should I put it in my notes for my stream?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Up the ad block. There we go. Now I'll actually do it for sure. All right. PlayStation has seemingly added a 30-day DRM check to all new purchased digital PS4 and PS5 games. I don't know what that means. 30-day DRM check. Is it saying like every 30 days it checks for malware?
Well, no, not malware, but if you buy a title, you'll have to go online within 30 days to verify that you actually own the title. And there is an update to this, which is like sort of an explanation, because this was early last week, just after like the news came out, and they've sort of explained it since. Which is they didn't make it make sense. They just were more clear about it.
Okay. Oh, and here's the update. So let me keep that up as well. Nice. Okay, let's try upping the. Nope. I need to get a better ad blocker. Oh, can I like target? Oh, I can remove elements like this. I don't have to do my thing.
Cool.
Nice. Okay, there we go. Okay, well anyway, let's go back to this. And just like you said right here, tests suggest players won't be able to play their digital games if they go 30 days without connecting online. That's crazy. Right. This is like stop killing games stuff.
It is.
Okay. A growing number of PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 users have reported that new digital purchases on each console have introduced DRM requiring online activation every 30 days, sorry. Wow.
I do want to mention as well.
It's already happening.
Yeah, but isn't it crazy as well that like the PS4 is still so supported?
Dude, PS4 was a good console.
12 years old or something.
That is a good console. I really love the PS4.
I have one right next to me.
I played a ridiculous amount of Black Ops 2 in college.
Yeah.
That game is so good. But, you know, I'm sure I don't have to preach that to anyone.
Oh no, I played a lot of it as well.
Yeah. Yep. Me and my roommates were like pretty high ranked. It was all a unit, you know. We would just like keep the same account live and just switch who was playing it. It was pretty funny. As originally reported by YouTube channel Modded Warfare, that's good name.
Mm-hmm.
The new version 1320 update for the PlayStation 5 console appears to have also brought with it a form of digital rights management, DRM, in which digitally purchased games have to be verified going forward. So you just gotta like every 30 days go through and play your whole collection?
Well, yeah, that's what we thought at the time.
Okay.
But you'll see in the update article.
Okay. According to the channel, then also tested by Twitch streamer and modder Lance McDonald. I don't know who that is.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know who this is. Cool. Maybe I'll go watch him. Any game purchased on or after a certain date appears to have a 30-day timer applied to it. If the player doesn't play the game for 30 days, they will have to connect to their console online to renew the license and reset the timer to 30 days again. Okay. So at least there's a path forward, right? Contrary to some belief on social media, this doesn't mean that if the 30-day limit expires, players will lose access to their game forever. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We got to cool our jets. We got to cool our jets. I was coming in hot a little bit here.
Well, you're basically at where I was at when I read this article the first time.
Yeah. 1 sec. I'm realizing that my other arm is cut off. There we go. Okay, now I can see my arm. So it means that if that after the timer runs out. Yo, what's up, Sir Lunchalot? Welcome back. Players won't be able to play the game again until they connect their consoles online so it can perform a validation check. Okay. While the issue reportedly affects both PS4 and PS5 games, the timer can only be seen on PS4. Players who check the information section on a purchased game on PS4 will now see the valid end, period start and end, and remaining time information for that game. This timer also reportedly exists on PS5, but can't be seen, and players will only be notified when the timer runs out and they try to play a game. The issue doesn't appear to affect any game that has been previously purchased. What? Any game that has been previously purchased. Players have been testing their existing digital games and none of them have this timer. Okay, so it's a new thing. However, reports suggest that all games purchased after a specific date, believed to be sometime mid-April, will now have this timer applied. Is this a response to Stop Killing Games?
I don't know what it really is spawned from. It definitely is a choice that someone made.
Because it could be that, because like with Stop Killing Games, there's a few ways forward, right? There's a few ways around it, I should say. Like if the legislation passes, then game developers, they can't use certain words like buy and then, sunset a game, right? You can't buy a game and then sunset it. You can't, and so what they'll do is they'll say, oh, add to cart and make payment instead of buy, right? They'll say they'll do wording changes.
Right.
So there's that.
Yeah, this makes it look more like a license.
There's that, yeah. And so this is like, oh, you're not playing the game? Or like they're basically putting in a system where they can say, oh yeah, you definitely don't own the game. Which is another way around all of this, right? You make it essentially subscription based, or like, in this case, period based, which is very interesting, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to own my games, although I don't really own my games, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Well, you do own the games that you have on disc that don't need like a day one update. You could play those whenever.
That's true.
Which is why I have like a bazillion PS2 games. Yay!
Yeah, I know. Right? Those were good times.
So, this before we move on to the update, because I think we've sort of grasped what like the initial story was. What was really funny at the time was people were seeing this happen, and they all sort of collectively remembered when like the PS4 came out, and there was like the Xbox wasn't going to have game sharing by disc. Do you remember this?
I don't remember this. Sorry.
Xbox basically had always on online DRM, which meant that you couldn't share your discs. It would basically be tied to your console. So Sony released a response video saying, here's how you share games on PS4. And they just handed the copy of the game to each other. And this is sort of so they're basically doing right now what Xbox was doing a couple of years ago. The only difference is that Xbox wanted to do it for physical games as well, which so makes it kind of different. But the basic result is the same, that you can only play it if you have like an online connection and can verify it. So if you bring your PS4 with a bunch of digital games on it to like an old cabin in the woods and you just want to play offline, that's not going to happen. So we're basically back to where we were many, many years ago. But yeah, we should probably move on to the update because it does get a little interesting.
Cool. Okay. The update. Okay. Sony clarifies confusion around DRM game licenses on PlayStation. The new policy only requires a one-time online check-in after purchase. Oh. Yep. Okay. I mean, I still don't like it, but at least it's not every 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Sony has issued a statement to clarify a brewing confusion around DRM and game licenses on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Last week, fans and content creators were surprised by the sight of a 30-day timer attached to newly purchased digital games. Okay, we can move on to that. All right. In a statement to GameFile, a PlayStation representative said that players can continue to access and play their purchased games as usual, but there is a new policy in place that explains the timer. A one-time online check is required after purchase to confirm the game's license, after which no further check-ins are needed. Cool. Is there more to this? Should I keep reading, or is that pretty much we're good?
I don't know if there's any more detail. The question that this gave me, well, first of all, what a relief, right?
Yeah.
That it's not every 30 days, because that would have been silly, and would have like probably made a lot of people not buy games digitally on PS4 and PS5, because that's a silly like thing to do by Sony. But so the question is, what's the point? Like, haven't you confirmed that they have a license to the game at purchase or whatever? Like, isn't paying enough of a like check to make sure that the game is licensed? Like, what possible reason could there be to verify something that you've already verified by being paid for it? Like, you have that on file that this person with this account paid for it with this like banking detail. Like, so what is the actual point? And I haven't really figured it out. I wouldn't say. I think this is just like a silly move by Sony.
Yeah,
it feels pointless. So I don't know if can you immediately just figure out any reason that Sony would have to do a check-in for a license that they have on file?
Not off the top of my head. No, not on the spot.
Right. It's not immediately obvious, and I'm sure like we'll get more information about what this comes from later. But I don't know. It's just a silly move, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. DRM is usually a silly move.
Yeah, I don't know a ton about like technically how DRM works also. So like I don't know, like do they have like a proprietary DRM that games can tap into? And so what's
there's
happening,
a couple of different ways to do it.
So maybe they like had to do an update and they had to make sure that each game gets that update before they can be played. Like maybe there was an exploit that happened, and this is just their way of handling that.
There was like the Nouveau thing that happened. This article is from April 27th, which is then after this happened. Okay. I'll send you the link, but I remember this popping up, and I just forgot to add it to the doc. Probably didn't even realize that it was connected at all. But basically, they cracked the Nouveau, which is a DRM software.
Oh, shoot.
And funnily enough, like this, of course, happened after the PS4, PS5 license check-in thing happened. But this is not a new story per se. Like, yes, this instance of it is new, but DRM has been cracked always. Like, there's always been a way to crack DRM. DRM is not a safe way to like keep your digital rights managed.
Yeah.
If it's a software product, it's not going to work because people will get around it. It's funny
if it's on the machine and you own the machine, you have full access to the machine.
Exactly.
That's the rule of thumb when it comes to hacking.
Yeah.
If you have physical access, it's over.
This article that I sent is a little bit funny as well. Do you know about Fit Girl?
No.
Of Fit Girl repacks? Like, for those that do know, this will be funny, and for those that don't know, don't go looking for it. Buy your games. But Fit Girl, a famous repacker of games, a hint, hint, nudge, nudge, says that Denuvo is a fully useless anti-piracy measure as of this hack. So that's interesting. That's a very strong voice in the, let's say, otherwise procurement of games other than Steam and Epic Launcher, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is going to continue to happen. DRM can always be bypassed. I don't know if it will be bypassed on PS4 and PS5 because those are like closed systems.
Yeah.
But I'm sure someone will find a way to get in. Like the PS3 has been cracked. I think the PS2 has been cracked, which is like just a simple console, but it's been cracked. The Wii has famously been cracked and has the same CPU as some macOS versions supports. You can put macOS on it. Like, yeah, I don't know. DRM is silly. Sony's making a mistake here. Take over, basically.
Yeah, what do you think about I think it's easy anti-cheat? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I feel like, yeah, I think anti-cheats are a different sort of topic altogether. I don't mind anti-cheats. I think they're a good idea.
Yeah, I know this is a different topic. It's not the same thing, but like,
but they have a similar problem as DRM. If it's on the machine, you can crack it.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, what are they called? Like level 0 or layer 0, something like that. Kernel level anti-cheat.
Yes. Yeah, kernel level anti-cheat. But I mean, even then, like, I mean, I guess it's harder on a Windows computer or a Mac computer. But yeah, like,
but Linux doesn't even support it.
Yeah, Linux. No, I think it can. I think it's that companies don't want to put kernel level anti-cheat on Linux because it's the Wild West. You know, they can automatically just disable that to some degree. But from what I understand, this is like this technology is like it's trying to learn the techniques of the cheaters and just target those techniques instead of, and so it's supposed to like learn, or like help the company learn. So,
which is reasonable.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah,
like analyze the crackers' attempts.
Yeah.
But it's a cat and mouse game, and I think it's the same with DRM. Is that it's also a cat and mouse game, and like, if people are going to want to play my game so bad they want to crack the DRM, I kind of just want to give it to them for free. Like, honestly, because it's so much work to try to reverse engineer software. I don't know. The DRM just feels like a symptom of capitalism, and it's like boring. It bores me, basically.
Yes, I agree with you there. I think the anti-cheat is a little bit more honorable.
Yeah.
Because people, I mean, these games are like worldwide. Like it's a big deal to play competitive games and be competitive. And if people are just cheating on it, like, you're wasting your time and money on it. And and so yeah, it feels really bad if there's nothing that can be done against cheaters in a game. DRM definitely feels like you said, like a bad byproduct of capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Sir Lunchalot says, the problem is the right pricing for the right market. Interesting. Maybe I missed that, and I'm sorry about that.
In relation to cracking, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think we've talked about that on the show before as well. Being able to set different pricing in different markets to combat piracy. Like, you don't have to do DRM. You can be reasonable.
All right, time for me to fly across the screen. Go on the other side.
Okay, this story is just a little bit for fun. I don't think we need to talk about it for too long. I just thought it was a funny title.
Okay. GameStop proposes to acquire eBay for US $55.5 billion. What the heck?
Yeah, exactly. What the heck?
US video game retailer GameStop has formally submitted a proposal to wholly acquire e-commerce company eBay is a deal worth $55 billion. GameStop's offer is split between cash and stock, and the retailer will use third-party financing. What the heck? Just got an ad. Okay. To cover up to $20 billion. Oh man, the proposal comes after GameStop's board of directors announced a performance-based incentive program for CEO Ryan Cohen worth up to $35 billion to achieve extraordinary growth. What the heck? That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think about this whole thing. But it gets funnier because they're basically going to take a loan for $20 billion to do this thing, is their plan.
Yeah, exactly. Third-party financing. And it's like, this dude is just trying to grow the company. And like, I don't know. I see overlap, but it's not a direct relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
eBay. It feels like a very... You go on.
eBay's probably the best place to buy like old games, right? Used games. But like, other than that, like, what's the overlap? Like, what's the what's the relationship?
I think the overlap is tech stock. You remember the whole GameStop squeeze thing that happened a couple of years ago?
Uh-huh.
It basically became just a stock option in the tech sector. It doesn't, like, I'm sure GameStop does something, but I haven't seen a GameStop in many, many years. I haven't interacted with GameStop in many, many years. I don't know who does. I think they were into NFTs for a little bit. Like, it just feels like a tech grift. And trying to buy eBay for $50 billion, that's a very like tech grift thing to do. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking up the CEO as well, and apparently after the surprise proposal that they released, he did an interview with like some media channels in the US, and apparently it was really awkward because he was just like buzzwording and saying the same thing over and over again, not really answering questions and kind of looking a bit silly. So,
oh boy,
I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen. But it's kind of funny.
I bet eBay's worth. Well, I don't know. Is eBay worth more than that? I feel like it might be. Like, I mean, obviously this is an insane amount of money, but like,
yeah,
like eBay's.
I don't know
like,
how much eBay's worth, but
anyway, that's not the takeaway. That's just maybe a little note. But yeah, this is pretty funny. This is pretty funny.
It is pretty funny, and that's all I have to say about that. Is it's silly fun, and it's probably not going to happen.
The statement came after GameStop's board of directors announced a performance-based initiative program for Cohen, worth up to US $35 billion in January 2026. The award is designed to incentivize Mr. Cohen to achieve extraordinary growth, said the board. Under the award, Mr. Cohen receives no guaranteed pay, No salary, no cash bonuses, and no stock that vests simply over time. This structure ensures that Mr. Cohen's incentives are directly aligned with creating long-term value for GameStop's stockholders. I mean, shoot for the moon, huh? Shoot for the moon.
Well, that's what they said about the GameStop stock as well back in the day. So you are funnier than you realize. But also just to give some sort of like concept of the difference in like worth of these two companies, eBay's stock market cap is 4 times larger than GameStop's.
Really?
Yeah, GameStop's market cap is 11.9 billion. eBay's is 46.2. So, which means that each stock is worth approximately 4 times more for eBay than for GameStop.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's not gonna happen, but it's funny to think about.
It's got us talking about it, that's for sure.
It does. It does got us talking about it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, let's go to the next one. We've got to remove some ads. One sec. Boop. Boop. Did it. Okay, that is easier. I need to use that more often. Okay. Microsoft's Xbox mode hits Windows 11 PCs today. Windows PC users can boot into Xbox mode for a controller-focused full-screen experience starting today. Should I try it?
If you have it. I don't think it's available on all devices.
Honestly, I don't really update very often.
Not even security updates?
No, I don't. I'm good with what I got.
Yeah, okay, cool. We can't restart your computer in the middle of the stream.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. All right. Does it have pictures? Okay.
It does not. That's the only picture that exists. I linked the official blog post as well. And it does not have that much more information. But that's the picture. I don't know if you can open it in the new tab and like look at it a little bit closer.
What's that? Okay. I don't see anything. Is it just this?
Yeah, I think that's just it.
Okay.
And it reminds me a bit of like the Steam big picture mode.
Yeah, that's right. How do I do this? Whoa.
All right, Steam. Right, it's sort of similar. It even has the tab on the left. If I don't, I
apparently need software updates in Steam too. Okay, so it's gonna be like this. Okay,
it's very similar.
All right, cool. All right, so let's see.
Honestly, yeah.
In select markets, interesting. The mode will work with fully updated Windows 11 devices, including laptops, desktops, tablets, and Windows 11 gaming handhelds. Why use Xbox mode? With Xbox mode, you can browse and launch games using a controller-optimized interface, jump back and forth between Xbox mode and Windows 11 desktop whenever you want, access an aggregated game library, including the full games catalog from Xbox Game Pass and installed games from leading PC storefronts. Okay, so it is exactly what we thought it was. And, oh wait, I just realized I'm on the wrong side of the screen again. Gotta fly over here. It's funny to me that companies will do this. Like if you're in the same, like it's like Apple and Android, right? Like you'll watch the like Apple showcase for their new phones, and it's like, we're adding widgets, and it's like it's
whoa.
like whoa. But it's like existed for 10 years on Android, and it's like like I feel like it would be way more fun for me if they were just like, yeah, so you know how Android has widgets? We added that too now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know how Steam has big picture? Yeah, we've got that for Xbox now. You know, like that would just be so much easier to market, so much easier to show like, oh yeah, we are innovating in the space by like catching up to the competition and doing our own spin on it. You know what I mean? Like it's okay to say those things, I feel like, but they always have to spin it as like, we've got Xbox mode.
It's revolutionary.
Yeah. I think that's funny.
No, but it's absolutely reasonable that they add it to be able to compete with Steam.
Yeah.
I assume that one of the popular storefronts that you can play games from is Steam as well, and I would also assume that the Epic launcher is included there. So you know, it's a good thing. They should have done this years ago.
Sorry, I was trying something.
That's fine.
You can just hit the PlayStation button and it boots into this.
Yeah, I have that with my Xbox controller too.
That was weird. You can't hear the audio, but it was doing a bunch of pings. Or maybe you can't hear the audio. I don't know.
No, I can't hear anything. I think I have your stream muted.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's funny when companies will do this. They're like, we're adding the thing that's already existed for our competitors, but it's our thing. But yeah, I mean, like, there's no shame in it. Like, do it. Add things, like catch up to the market. Obviously, like in this space, you know, it's like Steam, Epic, Xbox, PlayStation, right? Those are essentially the gaming platforms these days. And like, I think it's totally fair for them to have all like the same basic functionality, and then
it's great, actually.
And then to have their own unique offering as well. And so
yeah,
I think it's good to strive to do both. So I think this is good.
I agree. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about it, but I wish they would have showed more of it. Like, because they obviously have the one picture, but couldn't they just release a video? Like, scroll through it a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe it's like literally because they're like, yeah, everyone's seen Steam big picture or whatever, so they know what's gonna happen. I
guess, or maybe this is all they have. They only have like one screenshot because they've been rushing it out.
They've got a Figma doc that looks really good.
Yeah, because all of the devices they're showing, it's showing the same screen, so it's like,
yep, it's probably just a Figma doc.
Anyway,
Lunch-a-lot says, I'm open for something other than Windows 11. Nice.
Yeah, I think my best friend will probably use it because he's really tired of Windows, but he wants SteamOS, and this will get him close enough, basically. We'll see. I'll probably try it too.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not like difficult to try it seems. You just open it.
Yeah.
Can I
just gotta wait for them updates?
What is happening?
Your controller is controlling it. Because you don't have a dead zone bound in Windows Pure. I had that issue.
I think it just got stuck. Okay.
Xbox.
Yeah, like is it this?
I don't think so. I think it's a special like mode that you have to install.
Try the update again.
Thanks, Microsoft.
Launching Xbox.
We'll see.
But it is not launching.
It'll probably roll out later.
Yeah, I'll just ignore that. All right.
Because the article even said that like if you want it, you should probably put on like the get the latest updates as soon as they're available thing. So it's probably in preview still.
Cool. All right, is it time?
Is it time?
Oh
my god.
You ready? You excited?
Yeah.
All right, so Night Owl and I joined the Carl 2D Jam separately. We were not a team. And I had big hopes of making the next cookie clicker, and I spent like 2 hours on this thing. In fact, let's hop on over. Let's hop on over to my project. I think it's code/Odin. Dang it. Code/Odin. And here is my code. I think. Yeah. 200 lines of code.
That's awesome.
Oh, come on. Why is it being so mean? It doesn't want to run. Oh, it's because I need this. I forgot. There we go. Yep. So this is what I got. I couldn't figure out how to console log. And so I just made like a logging system on the screen.
That's cool.
And then yeah, I've got like the FPS counter up in the top corner. And then yeah, if you click the tater tot, the number goes up. That's the game. I was gonna have like a bunch of UI along the sides of things you can buy with tater tots. I was gonna have like a sheet pan so that you can cook a lot of tater tots at the same time. I was gonna have like factories, and then like you know how it goes with cookie clicker. I was gonna have all sorts of stuff. But you know, I only spent a little bit of time. I had my wife's birthday party. I had what did we do? There was a few other things. So yeah, that's what happened.
Wait. How did you do the scrolling background?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, I can show you that.
I'm actually interested in that.
Yeah, I mean, I implemented Delta time, right? Like I had this whole like Delta system that was pretty nice for tracking like the average FPS. And so I used that system. Where is it? Right here. So, oh no, it's not right here. This. I think. Offset position. That's not it. That's the tater tot. Background position. Here we go. So I would go until the background timer, which I set to 2 seconds. So every 2 seconds, it travels 32 pixels, which is the size of the squares, I think, or maybe it's 2 squares. And so, yeah, I would just change the position by a little bit based on the delta time.
So draw texture fit, does that, what does that do?
I got that from his examples. I think it's literally right here. Yeah, this one. Except for I need to go to the actual repo. Oh, here it is. Source code down here in the bottom right. Yeah, draw texture fit. It was basically because if you just draw texture, then it doesn't scale it or anything, but draw texture fit will scale it. And it's based on this like origin vector. So I just did 0, 0. I didn't need to move it anywhere. But then yeah, I just changed the position every frame.
Yeah, because it looks good. Like it's such a small thing, but it really works.
Yeah, I needed it to look at least passable, right?
Yeah.
So I just added a little bit of shift.
I had the same strategy.
Yep. Is it?
Because I didn't get very far either.
Is it your turn?
Sure. Do I screen share? Is that the easiest?
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Let's have you screen share.
I'll do my entire
and
screen.
I will do some. I don't know how to do this. One sec.
Where did I put it? Uh,
Pop out.
or I
That's
can
how
just
do it.
run it in here.
Okay, let me.
And it doesn't work. Why does that not work? That's interesting. My camera has started being weird.
Oh, see, you figured out how to log things.
Okay, screw this. I'm just gonna play it in the browser, and we're gonna have to live with that. There's something wrong with how the like camera offset works. I think I changed how the serialization worked slightly. We'll get to it. But here's my little game. All the pixel art is made by me. The background is parallaxed.
Oh, that's pretty
And
cool.
there's little sound effects and little visual effects. And then you can die, and then you lose the game, and then
it was really
play it
hard. I was playing it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, I can't hit any of these.
So the problem is I didn't have time to implement any of the features, like, you know, power-ups. I was going to have power-ups so you could speed up by picking up some stuff that dropped from the spaceships. There were going to be other enemies that were like, did different things, maybe shot at you or did different patterns. And there was going to be a shop where you could like permanently upgrade your ship. But I never got that far because I spent all of my time implementing serialization.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucked. Odin has a weird like JSON serializer. I'm not a huge fan of it. So I basically brute forced it, which is fine. Like, but yeah, so I have a whole data gen package for my project, kind of like Minecraft does.
Okay.
So I could serialize scenes, and so I just made scenes. Let's see here. Made scenes like this just by adding game objects that I call Carls, and then they serialize out to a JSON file with all of my data. And that's basically what I spent the whole project doing. I made all the art as well, which was a lot of fun. But yeah, I spent way too much time on getting this working. I don't want to get into the actual code because it's kind of ugly.
Sir Lunchalot says, all that just for the jam?
Well, so neither of us are that good at Odin, right?
Nope, I had never coded Odin before.
But I basically wanted to learn Odin for a different project that I'm doing. I'm making a game engine in Odin just for fun. And serialization.
I kind of figured when you were talking about serialization, I was like, oh, he's going the engine route.
But that's the thing. Serialization is my biggest enemy in any project. I just can never grasp how to do it, especially with polymorphism, which doesn't really exist in Odin. It's called parametric polymorphism, which is slightly different, but it's not like inheritance. So you have to do some other things. And we don't have to look at the code too much, but basically my game objects are called Carls, and then they have data as a raw pointer. And the JSON serializer does not like that. It does not want to serialize raw pointers. So I had to make my own serializer for, or a marshaller, where I explicitly like write out all of the fields and blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
And so each type of data has its own serialization script. Player, for example, has, this is the deserializer, so it takes like data out of a table and puts it into a new player. And it works okay. I also added callbacks. So here's the serializer. You just put data into a map. And I have a little init, update, a render debug, which is pretty cool. I didn't show that off. We should probably look at that. Whoops. But if I press F2, I have, like you had.
Ah, nice. I should have done that.
So I can show positions, hitboxes.
I just made it so it didn't ship with it.
Yeah. It was supposed to only work on debug builds, but I never added that check, so whatever. But yeah, I mostly treated this whole thing like a game engine. I gotta mute this thing.
A game engine jam.
A game engine, yeah. And it was fun. I got to do some cool stuff. Got to learn a lot of things and what I wanted and what I didn't want. And that led me to a new project that I worked on yesterday, where I'm just trying to figure out serialization and doing testing in Odin, which is really cool. It kind of works like Rust does tests, that they're like an inherent part of the package, and you just do Odin test, and then it tests. I can even try it right now.
That's cool.
There you go. All of these failed because I haven't started with like the struct serialization, but it tells you so much stuff. Like, oh, here I have a memory leak in my test. In this specific, like, I'm learning so much. And like this project wouldn't have happened if I didn't absolutely toast myself on serialization in the jam. So
yeah,
I definitely learned something.
Just for, for us who may not understand, is the point of serialization so that you can change the attributes of the player outside of the code and maybe even like in an editor? Is that kind of the point?
Yeah, so the idea for all of this is that my biggest problem with my own game engines that I built is that I never build the editor quickly enough. And usually that comes down to serialization not being developed as a core part of the engine, which is silly because like all game engines have scene files and asset files that you have to be able to read and you have to keep track of them. So I just did scenes in this case because that's like usually what you want to do. It lets me here in game.odin, when I do restart, which is just like when I press backspace, I just call restart. The next frame, it will do a reset for like the score, and then it'll just run the setup function again, which opens the game scene. So I don't have to sit in here and like define in the setup how it's going to be. And I can even edit it outside of it, just like you've said. So if I edit stuff in here,
yeah,
well, I've got data gen turned on by default in all of my run things. But if I were to change this and just do the regular Odin run, it would look different. And that's like the first step to building an editor and being able to change scenes and, doing cool stuff. Usually what restricts me is that I'm writing code for too long. Like I never actually get to the game part. I'm still stuck in the engine part because I don't have an editor and it's not like easy to make the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I had fun, which is like the most important thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I didn't sleep much during the jam, but that's okay. Had a lot of coffee. Yeah. But it was a good time, and it was really fun watching Carl's stream, because he was streaming the whole jam. So just watching him talk about like the library at large and like Odin specifics and helping people with their problems and just enjoying making games and doing stuff.
Yeah, I also found it super fun. I thought that Odin was a very cool language. I thought that Carl 2D was very cool. Like I'd never used either of them, right? But I did find myself thinking, wow, the Carl 2D library. Is library the correct term?
I think so, yeah.
Library.
I call it library.
It's better than my game engine. It has a bunch of stuff in it that I still need to do. Like this draw texture fit. I don't have any scaled textures in my game engine yet. Get frame time.
Well, that's why it's good to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you pop into jams and just play around, you're gonna learn what you should do because it's just so convenient.
Yep.
Have you tried Raylib? in C?
No, I haven't. I haven't done like anything. I really just went straight for it on the engines.
Because Raylib is actually a lot of fun. It's very similar to Carl 2D, but it's C.
Yeah.
So
no, I know about it. I know about
nice.
SDL. I know about. There's another one. Is GLFW one of those? Anyway,
that's just a windowing.
That's just a
system.
windowing thing. Anyway, yeah, there are frameworks that look really good, but I don't know. Handmade Heroes spoke to me. I just want to do it the Handmade Hero way.
I think Ray of Raylib is actually part of the whole crew.
Yeah, he's definitely part of the Handmade network. In fact, I think he might be like one of those like admins or whatever of the Discord.
But it's cool to take inspiration from people that like have gotten further than you, right?
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, like eventually, I'm gonna implement all of this stuff. I'm not just gonna stop here. Like, oh no, they have so much more than me. I could never catch up. Like, whatever. I'm gonna do it all.
Do you think you could port Click the Tater Tot to your own game engine?
Yeah, in fact, it would be easier because I have an Sprite loader in my game engine.
Ooh, I was actually thinking about that because my parallax system depends on individual sprites being loaded roughly at the same time. But I would have loved to have an Sprite file just be loaded in and separated into layers.
Yep. I mean,
so
mine doesn't.
I gotta look at your code.
Mine doesn't separate by layers yet, but like it does the hot reload, and so like if I make changes here, it just like shows up in the game. Like I could just have the game running, and I could make edits here, and then it would just show up over here, so I could see it in the game. And then the way I have it set up is that I could just have a single Sprite file, and it would be an atlas. Which he has that set up too. You can atlas with his system as well. Although the way he loads textures is you have to just load them straight into memory for web.
Right.
And mine, I mean, I'm doing that anyway in my game engine. I'm loading them straight into memory, but I could load them on the fly in my web build.
Right.
So there's like a few advantages that my engine has because I'm making it to my preferences. But yeah, I mean, Carl 2D library is very nice. I actually really like it.
Yeah.
It's very simple, which I think is the biggest draw for me.
Yeah, honestly, if I do another game jam just in general, I'll probably like use some of the code that I built during this jam and just kind of refine it a little bit and use that as the base with Carl 2D as the backend. Just because like it's already all there. He's still like making updates to it like often. So I know it's going to be like more and more polished. I'm going to be able to rely on it. And then all of the like not low level but like mid-level between like the game and the actual rendering stuff, I can do that part and not focus so much on like the platforms and the render pipeline or whatever, and sort of like do or skip out on a third of the work, which like if you were to make a game engine for a jam, that's ridiculous. So I think that's where like this library fits in, is if you just need like convenient ways to show pictures on the screen, like use a library. It's fun.
So here's another one. I'm just gonna kind of show it. Oh, actually, I should probably here. Let me plug in my phone real quick. Maybe I'll put it in do not disturb real quick first. I was gonna show another flaw of his framework. And maybe it's a flaw of how I'm using it as well. Just want to point that out first. Do I have screen copy? What are the odds? I have it. All right. So this is what happens on my phone. The game is like just a little sliver of the, so it's not scaling properly to the web build. For reference here, I can pull up my game that I made for web, and it scales properly. And so again, it could be that I'm not using the engine correctly or the framework correctly, but I saw this and I was like, oh, interesting. So it's not like out of the box, like creating a window in Carl2D does not scale properly on itch. But anyway, that was just another comment.
The camera issue is probably the same one that I have. But the scaling issue, I think, do you mind looking into the code where you initialize Carl2D?
Sure.
Like just that little bit.
Yeah.
So there is a fourth parameter that you can send in called init options. If you set the like window to resizable, I think it just scales to the whole canvas on web builds.
Okay, let's try it. Why not? We go over here. Init k2.init options, and I need window mode equals k2 dot window mode dot resizable.
I think you can just do dot window resizable and it figures it out.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Let's try it. Nope.
Or k2 dot.
Okay. So let's build that for the web real quick. Sorry, we're doing some live coding here.
Yeah, well, it's just a little bit.
That does scale it to fit the window.
Yeah, but the camera's still wrong.
The camera is still, I mean, I don't have a camera. I didn't use a camera.
Well, it does have a default camera that is used if you don't set it each frame. So this is the same issue that I have, is that I guess it's because I'm scaling the camera. Well, the camera scales to like this window size. And I think what he talked about was it's better to just render to a render texture and then display that on the camera or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but it's a little bit finicky. And I'm sure that's not exactly how he wants it to work, but that's how it is with these like small libraries. They're a little finicky, but it's part of the fun.
How do I build this? Oh, it's because it tried to serve it to, I know what's going on. I need to change the port. Serve. Sorry, one sec. I want to see how my game does. Huh? There we go. No, why is it serving on 1,000 or 8,000? Did I not save? Why is it serving on 8,000? Explain. Oh, it's because I'm not actually setting the port. I just changed my echo. How do I change the port on this? Is it just P? It's got to be, right? Nope. Is it this? Yes. Okay. So now we go localhost this, then change it to 8001. Okay. So here's my game. Although it's not working. Oh, it's because I didn't change. I'm out of practice on this one.
That's fine.
0. There we go. Okay, so mine scales
yours scales perfectly.
all the way every time, and his does not. So anyway, like just out of the box, it doesn't behave how I expected it, and and that was one note I had. But
I agree with you. I think yours is more intuitive.
So anyway, like I said, I think I probably could have made what I made for the jam a lot faster in my own game engine, but
Yeah, for sure.
But you know, that's to be expected. I was brand new to it. Sir Lunchlot says, "Isn't a tater tot something to eat?" Yes. Except for I just click it. I should have called it "Eat the tater tot," huh? How many tater tots?
Oh, you could have had a mouth cursor.
Oh yeah, just like just some. Maybe I could have my kids eat with their mouths open, like they always do.
Yeah.
Just record it. Man, my
That's
daughter.
a good version too.
My daughter will just she'll get like a fishy cracker. I did learn the other day that not everyone calls them fishy crackers. Goldfish.
Yeah,
It's the goldfish, and she just goes, just like
that'd be perfect.
That's how she eats them. It's crazy.
All right. Well, we've dissected Carl 2D, and I guess we don't have that much time left. But what do you think about Odin in general?
I think it's cool. I did even I figured out how to debug it. I can kind of show that off a little bit here. It's a little tricky. Let's see. Oh, I haven't built in a while, as you can see.
Yeah.
Anyway, I figured out how to debug in Visual Studio.
That's cool.
Because I don't know, the way I look at a new language is I gotta be able to log, I gotta be able to run it, of course, I gotta be able to debug it, and
do you want me to teach you how to log?
Oh, not right now. We'll do it another time. But let's see. What are my other notes? Easy. My other notes are let's see. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I had notes. I think it's a great language. I actually don't really see it as a C replacement. It felt a little different.
Yeah, it does.
But it's certainly very low level and
yeah,
that's nice. Yeah, anyway, what do you think? What do you think about the language?
I think it's way nicer to set up a project in Odin, and that's why I use it. If it wasn't for having to use CMake or other ways of running the project in C, I'd probably be using C.
Yeah.
I feel like the project setup in C is just too clunky. Being able to just drop files into a folder and doing run is so much more convenient.
No, it's insanely convenient for sure.
Yeah, and same with the imports. I don't have to do any specific linking. Yeah. I just import a folder, and it just understands it.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
that is probably the most overlooked part of Handmade Hero is Casey's just day one, he's we're just gonna get this set up and running, and it takes him an hour, and he shows you the simplest way to get a C project running, compiling, debugging, and it's just that's when I was oh, I could do this. Because before that, I was I don't want to touch this stuff. I did C++ in college, and it was miserable, you know? And then, Casey's way is just very nice and simple. And then obviously Ginger Bill, inspired by Casey Muratori, took it a step further and made it impossibly convenient. And I love it. So shout out to Ginger Bill, shout out to Odin. I think it's a great project. I think I'm a fan. I still am on the C hype train right now because of its longevity. I'm sure in 20 years when Odin is a big popular language, I'll be regretting my choices. But odds are C will still be kicking, and it's gonna be great. But yeah, that's those are my thoughts.
Yeah, very very good thoughts, I would say. Very reasonable. Nah, I just think it's fun to learn a new language as well.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
Well, I'm happy we both did the jam. It was
I know, yeah.
It was a good time.
One of these days we'll team up.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Then we use some weird language like Zig.
Zig. Let's see. There was another. Oh, I want to
completely useless.
I really want to figure out how to get Jai. I'm gonna try to figure it out.
That'd be good. If Jai becomes public, like we should do like a long stream just exploring it.
Yeah, I listened to a podcast the other day of a guy who, he makes games in Jai, and he says it's ergonomically a lot like Odin.
Cool.
And so I'm like, I'm in. You know, now that I've used Odin, I'm like, oh, if Jai is ergonomic like Odin, like I want to use it.
It does make a difference.
Yeah. But anyway, I gotta go. So that's gonna be it. But Sir Lunchalot, T251, thanks for joining as always. And we'll see you guys later.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.